the first property here is that regression coefficient, that the correlation coefficient is the geometric mean of the regression coefficient, not exactly geometric mean, because the geometric mean we take the positive square root. Here we are taking the plus or minus sign. So in fact, the relation here is r square is equal to byx into bxy. This is the relation, okay, between the regression coefficient and the correlation coefficient. Okay, now this is very important, where the sign of r and the sign of and the signs of byx and bxy are identical. That means if correlation coefficient is negative, you have to take the regression coefficient bxy and byx also as negative. And if the regression coefficients are negative, you will have to take the correlation coefficient as negative also. Okay, so this is a very important. We shall be using this. Okay, this is the first property. The next property is that if one regression coefficient, these are normally important for your multiple choice questions. Okay, property 2. If one regression coefficient is greater than 1, then the other has to be less than 1. Okay. And the third property is that the arithmetic mean of the regression coefficients must always be greater than the correlation coefficients. Okay. Again, important for multiple choice question, property 3. Now, hardly we use these in our sums. Okay. And these we will be using in our sums. All the above properties you can obtain from these two relations. Byx is equal to r sigma y by sigma x, and bxy is equal to r sigma x by sigma y, where sigma y and sigma x are the standard deviations of y and x. Okay. Next formula that I've given you here is the angle between the regression lines. Again, this is important for your multiple choice questions. Okay. So if sigma x, sigma y, and the correlation coefficient is given, you can find out the angle between the regression lines. Okay, what happens if r is equal to 0? So what is the angle between the regression lines? Tan theta is equal to 1 minus r square divided by r sigma x sigma y divided by sigma x square plus sigma y square. This is the angle between two regression lines. Okay. Now, when theta is equal to 0, when the correlation coefficient is 0, that means the variables are not correlated at all. Then what happens? We get tan theta is equal to, when r is equal to 0, you get tan theta is equal to infinity, right? That means you get theta is equal to pi by 2. That means the regression lines are perpendicular to each other. Okay, the regression lines will be perpendicular to each other. This is the case when the correlation coefficient between them is 0. Next, when r is equal to 1. When r is equal to 1, you get tan theta is equal to, put it here, you get tan theta is equal to 0. That means you get theta is equal to 0. That means the regression lines must be parallel to each other. In fact, the regression lines, yes, the regression lines are parallel to each other, or they coincide. Okay. So regression lines will either be parallel to each other or they will coincide with each other. So when r is equal to -1, you get tan theta is equal to 0 again. So that you get theta is equal to pi in this case. So in this case, the regression lines are again parallel to each other or they coincide. Okay. In fact, the sense of the regression line will be different. That is, one regression that theta is equal to pi simply means that regression lines, the sense of the regression line will be in the opposite direction, but still they'll be parallel or they'll coincide. So, but in both the cases, if you see, when r is equal to, when there is the perfectly positive correlation, the regression lines will coincide. Or even if it is a perfectly negative correlation, even then the regression lines are going to coincide. All these concepts are important for your MCQs. Okay, these concepts we hardly use for our problems. Okay, let us now move on to the problem. The first problem is is a very important problem, because you first when a question is given to you, two equations will be given to you, but you will not know which one is the regression equation of y on x and which one is the regression equation of x on y. Let us see how to deal with this kind of a problem. The question is the following statement true? 40x minus 18y is equal to 5 and 8x minus 10y plus 6 are respectively the regression equations of y on x and x on y. So let's write the given equations. The given equations are 40x minus 18y is equal to 5. Call this 1. And 8x minus 10y plus 6 is equal to 0. Call this 2. These two are the regression lines that are given to you. Okay, now the question is, you have to identify which one is the regression equation of y on x and which one is the regression equation of x on y. Till now I don't know which one is y on x and which one is x on y. So what I say is, I assume let 1 be the regression equation of y on x and 2 be the regression equation of x on y. Okay, now since 1 I have assumed regression equation of y on x, we start with 1. So we have 40x minus 18y is equal to 5. Now this equation we have taken as the regression equation of y on x. That means y must be the dependent variable. So let's write this in terms of y. So we write this as 18y is equal to 40x minus 5. That means you can write this as y is equal to 40 by 18x. That is y is equal to mx plus c form we are writing in. Okay. That means, see here, you are getting y is equal to this much x minus this. So here, byx, regression coefficient of y on x, because we have assumed this equation to be a regression equation of y on x, byx we are getting as 40 by 18. Okay, which is equal to 20 by 9. So keep it as it is. Still, we don't know whether this is correct or not. Okay, we are still under the assumption. We are going to check our assumption later on. Also, what have we assumed? We assumed the equation 2 to be the regression equation of x on y. So this time we start with this equation, but here we are going to make x as the dependent variable. We are going to write it as 8x is equal to 10y minus x minus 6. This must be equal to 10 by 8 y minus 6 by 8. So see here again, this one must be a regression coefficient of x on y. That means bxy must be equal to 10 by 8. You can cancel this. You'll get this as 5 by 4. Right? So now we want to check whether our assumption is correct. So we have, how do we check? R square from the first property, you know, R square is equal to bxy into byx, right? Which is equal to byx we have got as 5 by bxy is 5 by 4. And this we have got as 20 by 9. Okay. So how much are we getting here? Cancel this. You're getting this as 25 by 9, right? So what is the value of r square? R square is 25 by 9. But can r square be equal to 25 by 9? But r square is always less than or equal to 1, isn't it? Correlation coefficient always lies between -1 and +1, isn't it? As correlation coefficient always lies between +1 and -1. So this is a contradiction, isn't it? What does this mean? That is our assumption that 1 was the regression equation of y on x is wrong. That means what can I say? This is not the regression equation of y on x. Then if it is not the regression equation of y on x, then what should it be? This is the regression equation of x on y. And this is the regression equation of y on x. Is this clear? How to check? Thus, 1 is the regression equation of x on y. And 2 is the regression equation of y on x. Let's write it once again. Y on x equation here is, let's write it as x on y first. X on y. Regression equation is 40x minus 18y is equal to 5. Y on x equation is 8x minus 10y plus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, so hence the above statement is, what was the question? Regression equation, are these the regression equation of x on y and y on x? Give reasons. Hence the above statement is false. Okay, is it clear? Okay, so let's continue with the next problem. The next problem is the regression, the lines of regression of a set of data are, the two lines of regression are given. Also given is variance of x is 9, and you have to find all these. Okay, so let's proceed. Let's write the regression equation first. The given regression equations are eight x minus 10y plus 66 is equal to 0, and 40x minus 18y is equal to 214. Call this 1 and call this 2. Also, what is given? Variance of x. What do you mean by variance? Variance is the square of the standard deviation. So sigma x square is given to be 9. Okay, this information is also given. Now you have to answer all these questions. Okay, but before that, it is always advisable whenever regression equations are given, first to identify the regression equations, that in which one is the equation y on x and which one is x on y. Okay, so again the old technique we follow. Let us suppose let 1 be the regression equation of y on x, or let 1 be the, let 1 and 2, write it in short, let 1 and 2 be the regression equations of y on x and x on y respectively. Okay, now we shall check. We start with 1. So from 1, what can you write? Because we have assumed 1 to be the regression equation of y on x, we make y as a dependent variable and write this as 10y is equal to 8x plus 66. That means you get y is equal to 8 by 10 x plus 66 by 10. So that means byx must be equal to 8 by 10, which is equal to 4 by 5. Now, because we have assumed 2 to be the regression equation of x on y, we make x as the dependent variable and write this as 40x is equal to 18y plus 214. That means you get x is equal to 18 by 40 y plus 214 by 40. So that means you get pxy is equal to 18 by 40. Now you can cancel this with 2, 9 by 20. Now we shall check whether our assumption is correct or not. So we have r square is equal to byx into bxy, which is equal to byx is how much? 4 by 5 into bxy is 9 by 20. We can cancel this here. We get 9 by 25, which is less than 1, right? So therefore our assumption is correct. Our assumption that 1 is the regression equation of y on x and 2 is the regression equation of x on y is correct. Let's write down the equations. Y on x equation is 8x minus 10y plus 66 is equal to 0. And x on y equation is 40x minus 18y is equal to 214. Okay. So we have got the equations, regression equations. Now we shall see what the questions we need to answer. The first question here is mean of x and y. Remember, the mean of x and y is obtained by solving the regression equation simultaneously. The means of x and y are obtained by solving the regression equations simultaneously. You know how to solve simultaneous equations? You'll solve these two equations. Let's solve. Solving 1 and 2. Solving 1 and 2. How do we solve? Let's eliminate x first. In order to eliminate x, you need to multiply this by 5 and you need to multiply this by 1. Okay, so you multiply these two, you'll get 40x minus 50y plus 330 is equal to 0. 40x minus 18y minus 214 is equal to 0. Subtract. Cancels. So you get minus 32y plus 544 is equal to 0. That means you get minus 32y is equal to minus 544. That means y is equal to minus 544 divided by minus 32, which will get as 14. So that is, therefore, what is the mean of y? Is equal to y bar is equal to 17, right? Now you want to get the value of x, put y is equal to 17. Let us put it in 1. We get 8x minus 10 into y plus 66 is equal to 0. Means you get 8x minus 170 plus 66 is equal to 0. You get 8x is equal to 170 minus 66. 8x is equal to 104. Means you get x is equal to 104 divided by 8, which you can get this as 13. Therefore, what is the mean of y? Mean of x? X bar is equal to 13. That answers the first part of your question. That find out the mean of x and y. Okay, is this clear? We now move on to the second part, that is how to find out the regression coefficient bxy and byx. Now see here, we have already found it here. If you see, our assumption was correct, isn't it? Where is it gone? Yes, our assumption that 1 is the regression equation of y on x and 2 is the regression equation of x on y is correct. So that means, what are the values here? Regression coefficient of y on x is 4 by 5. We'll write it here. Byx is equal to 4 by 5 as shown above. And bxy, how much have we got? Bxy, we've got it as 9 by 20 as shown above. Okay, so that is the benefit of finding out the regression equations first, which one represented first. Sooner or later you will have to do it. Why not do it first? Next question is, so this part is over. Standard deviation of y. So what is the variance of y? Given variance of x is given, isn't it? See, okay, yes, variance of x is given to you, sigma x square. So variance of x is given to be how much? Is given to be 9. Okay, we need to find out the standard deviation of y. So now if you see this relation here, yes, this relation, we use either this relation or this relation to find out the standard deviation of y, because the variance of x is given. So therefore, what should be sigma x here? Sigma x must be equal to positive square root of 9, which is equal to 3. So we have byx is equal to r, correlation coefficient between x and y, sigma y by sigma x. Okay, put the values. Byx value is 4 by 5. Okay, the value of the correlation coefficient. Okay, we have not found out the value of the correlation coefficients. Let's first find out the value of the correlation coefficients. So we have, from the property 1, what was the value of the correlation coefficient? R square is equal to byx into bxy. Byx here is 4 by 5 and bxy here is 9 by 20. So cancel this, you get 9 by 25. So therefore, what is R? R is equal to, which sign should we take? If you see, both of these regression coefficients are positive. Therefore, we take the positive sign. Positive square root of 9 by 25, which is equal to 3 by 5. Why? As both byx and bxy are positive. Okay. So that is what this correlation coefficient is. Now we use that relation. So we have byx is equal to r sigma y by sigma x. Put all the values here. Byx, the value here is 4 by 5. The value of r we have got above as 3 by 5. We need to find out sigma y. Sigma x is given to you as 3 here. Okay, so that's it. We can find out the value here. Cancel this. Cancel this. You get sigma y is equal to This is 9 by 20. Byx was 9 by 20. Was it? Bxy was 9 by 20. Okay, fine, no problem. So sigma y here is 4. And that should be your answer. Is that clear? So this finishes, take care of this. Next question is value of y when for x is equal to 2. 4. Which equation should I use? If I want to find out the value of y when x is given, which equation should I use? Y on x, right? Which one is the regression equation of y on x? This is the regression equation of y on x, right? So we have the regression equation of y on x is y on x is 8x minus 10y plus 66 equal to 0. Since we want to find out the value of y when x is given, that is why I am considering the regression equation of y on x. So now you put x is equal to, for what value you have to find out? You have to find, I think, for x is equal to 2, isn't it? Yes, for x is equal to 2. So putting x is equal to 2, we get 8 into 2 minus 10y plus 66 is equal to 0. We solve this linear equation, you will get y is equal to 8.2. So for x is equal to 2, the value of y is 8.2. Okay. And the next question here is the value of x for y is equal to 3. This time we are going to use which one? Regression equation of x on y, because we want to find out the value of x. Let's write down the equation first. The regression equation of x on y is 40x minus 18y is equal to 214. So for what value you have to find out? Putting x is equal to, you have to find out the value of y is equal to 3. So putting y is equal to 3. Putting y is equal to 3, we get 40x minus 18 into 3 is equal to 214. So you can find out the value of x here to be 6.7. Clear with this?